You wake up in a world with no hardware store. No nails, no screws, no concrete truck idling outside, no steel beams stacked in a warehouse. You have your hands. You have the ground under your feet. And somehow, you still need to build something before tonight. Something that keeps the rain off your head. Something that keeps a predator out. This is the problem every human on Earth faced for over 95% of our history. And the answer they found is more brilliant than almost anything you've seen in a modern building. By the end of this, you'll never look at a stone wall, a wooden beam, or even your own house the same way again.
Humans have been building shelters for at least 400,000 years. The oldest known deliberate structure, a wooden platform found in Zambia, is roughly 476,000 years old. That means humans were engineering timber joints before Homo sapiens even existed as a species. Stonehenge, one of the most famous structures on Earth, used stones weighing up to 25 tons, moved without a single wheel. And the Great Pyramid of Giza contains over 2.3 million blocks, some weighing as much as 80 tons, stacked with a precision modern engineers still study today. No cranes, no trucks, no power tools. Just you, your hands, and whatever the Earth handed you. So what exactly did they use? Let's go material by material.
Before stone, before brick, there was wood. You live near a forest. Trees are everywhere. And wood does something stone can't. It's light enough to carry, easy enough to shape, and strong enough to hold a roof. Archaeologists working at Colombo Falls in Zambia found something that changed the timeline of human intelligence itself. 2 logs, deliberately notched together to form a joint. Not stacked, not tied, interlocked, like a puzzle piece cut with intent. That structure is close to 500,000 years old. Think about what that means. Long before writing, before agriculture, before even modern humans existed, someone stood over a piece of wood, understood exactly how to cut it so it would lock into another piece, and built something meant to last. That's not luck. That's engineering. Wood became the backbone of early shelters everywhere. Branches bent into domes and covered in bark, animal hide draped over wooden frames, entire longhouses built from timber posts sunk into the ground. If you were an early human anywhere near a forest, wood was your first true building material. It was the material that taught humans how to plan a structure before they built it.
But wood rots, wood burns, wood collapses. So when you needed something permanent, a wall against invaders, a monument to your dead, a temple to your gods, you turned to stone. Stone is heavy. Stone is stubborn. Stone does not want to move. And yet ancient humans moved it anyway, by the millions of tons.
Not everyone lived near forests or quarries. If you lived along a river, in Mesopotamia, along the Nile, in the Indus Valley, you had something else in abundance. Mud. And mud, it turns out, might be the most quietly revolutionary building material in human history. Around 7500 BCE, people in the Middle East began shaping wet mud into blocks and drying them in the sun. Mudbrick. It sounds simple? It changed everything. Suddenly, you didn't need to drag a 10-ton stone across a desert. You could make your own building material, one block at a time, using dirt and water and sunlight. The city of Uruk, one of the very first true cities on Earth, was built almost entirely from mudbrick. Later, humans figured out something even better. Fire could bake mud bricks hard enough to survive rain and time. Fired brick became the backbone of ancient Rome, ancient China, and eventually most of the ancient world. Mud wasn't glamorous, but mud was everywhere.
And that made it the material that let humans stop wandering and start staying.
Now, here's where the story shifts from shelter to civilization. Because once humans mastered wood, stone, and brick, they didn't just build huts anymore. They built cities, temples, aqueducts that carried water for miles, walls that could stop an army. The Great Wall of China stretches over 13,000 miles when you count every branch and section, built from rammed earth, wood, brick, and stone, depending on which region and which century you were standing in.
Roman engineers discovered that mixing volcanic ash with lime created a material so strong it could set underwater, the ancestor of modern concrete. Some of their concrete harbors have survived over 2,000 years of ocean waves. Modern concrete, by comparison, often degrades in decades. Let that sink in. In some ways, we still haven't caught up to them. This wasn't just about staying dry anymore. Whoever controlled building materials controlled power. A city with strong walls survived sieges. A civilization that could quarry, transport, and stack stone could build monuments that made empires look eternal. Building had become a language of dominance.
So think about that world again.
No stores, no factories, no trucks delivering lumber to your door. Just you standing on a piece of land, looking at what surrounds you. Trees, stone, mud, even the bones of the animals you'd hunted. And asking one question: what can I turn this into? Every material ancient humans used tells you something about where they lived and how they thought. Wood, where forests were generous. Stone, where permanence mattered more than ease. Mud, where rivers gave without asking much in return. Bone, where the land offered nothing else, and human resourcefulness had to fill the gap.
We tend to think of technology as something modern. Circuits, screens, machines. But technology is really just this: looking at what's around you and refusing to accept it as it is. Every wall you've ever leaned against, every roof that's ever kept you dry, traces back to someone hundreds of thousands of years ago, standing in the rain, deciding they weren't going to just survive the world. They were going to build something in it,